Hi there. I'm super excited that you're here today. I am so excited to be here myself because I get to teach you what I know. I get to help prepare you for eternity because really what you know here and practice here is the forefront of your eternity. What you do here and now, how you live your life, decides where you're going to live forever. And so it's really important that you know what's happening. You know why you're here and what you're to do. And so that's why I'm excited. Jesus isn't leaving us as orphans, as he told the disciples. He wants us to be super ready, to be super excited, to delight in him, which is what we're going to talk about today. So let's acknowledge him. Jesus, we thank you and praise you that you want to teach us your ways so that we are ready to stand before you that day, that we will have none other before you, but you are our delight. You are the one that we live for. Thank you for showing us who you are and that you are the ultimate choice and how much you love us. Thank you for looking out for us. We love you and praise you and give you all the glory. So I want to read this to you. Psalms 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And that brings me way back. I just want to tell you this too. When I just quit my job because he told me to, and I started working for him. And I wanted this little dog I saw, and it was a $1,200 dog. And I started asking him for her because I quit my job, and apparently I couldn't get her myself. And then one day he said to me, while I was running in the park, he said, those who delight in me, I give them the desires of their heart. And I said, I delight in you, Lord. And he said, I know. And I was surprised for you. And a month or so later, I think it was, and I almost forgot about that moment. I got that little dog I wanted. She was given to me. I didn't have to run after her. You know, Jesus said not to care about your life, what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, and what you're going to wear. Your Father already knows what you need. And then he said, if you seek his kingdom and his way of doing and being right, Matthew 6:33, what you need will be given to you. And besides, so more than what you need, but what you want, what you desire. Let's look at this again. Delight yourself in the Lord. What does that word mean? Delight. Get excited about him. Is he your life? You know, you are his life. His life is all about you. He's in love with you. He delights in you. And he just wants that back. So if your life is about Jesus, if you're all excited, if you can't wait to get up every morning and get on your knees and find out what he has to say to you, and really that gets to the point where you open your eyes and he's right there. He's excited to talk to you. You're excited to talk to him. And he is just the excitement of your life. And, you know, not only that, when you delight in him, you delight in his ways. I'm going to do what he wants me to do. I'm going to live my life the way he wants me to live my life, the way he lives life, because it's exciting to know that someone's going to take care of you and tell you, you know, hey, if you did this, that would be better. You know, if you went over here and if you did this for that person, your life would be better. I could bless you more. When you delight in his way and in his direction, that means you're excited about him. You trust him. You got to know him to get to that place. You did. When you got to know him and you felt his presence and he just said all those wonderful things about you and he takes care of you, you got to know him and you love him and you can't wait to be with him. And if you love him and he is your all in all, if he is your everything, then you're delighting in him and he is going to add to you. He's going to give you the desires of your heart. So the world chases things. That's what Jesus meant. Stop worrying about what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, and what you're going to wear. The heathen do that. Those who don't know God. If you know God and you delight in him, You're going to delight in his ways, and he's going to add to you not only what you need, but and besides. And so that's what he's talking about. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he's going to give you the desires of your heart. You're not going to even have to talk about him, right? And then Ephesians 3:20 says, more than you can ask or think, he has planned for you. There's no other way to live. And until you get to know him and you delight in his ways because they're good, when you can clearly see that his ways are good, then you are going to delight in him. He's going to be, as I said, your everything. Lots of times people like to give you advice. People like to give me advice, and I don't want their advice because it's not the same as Jesus's. And I don't mean to sound haughty and, like I can't listen to anyone. I do listen, but I compare. And the advice somebody else wants to give me compared to what Jesus wants to say to me is not the same. And that's why we don't want to go anywhere else. We don't want to delight in someone else or something else because they don't know the best for us. Jesus knows everything about us. He knows the best everything for you, and he's going to give you the best. He's going to tell you things to come. He's going to remind you of the things that he said. He delights in you. He gets excited about you. When you get on your knees, he's excited. I was just thinking this morning, when two or more are gathered in his name, he just is there so promptly. When I sit with my son, he just shows up right away and reminds me of the things that he said to me. It's so cool to sit with someone like-minded and Jesus and know that he is right there. He's among you. He's just right there. When you are gathered in his name, and you can delight in that. I just can't say it enough because he has the best for you. Get excited about him. Get on your knees, seek him, and you will find him. And then you'll know what I'm talking about if you don't already. He's wonderful. He's wonderful. I looked up, actually, delight in the Interlinear Bible. And it says to be happy about, to take exquisite delight in, to make merry over, to make sport of. Right? Is that what you do? Do you delight in him? Do you love his ways? Do you love that you can give and it'll be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over? Do you love it when he tells you something no one else could ever know, a secret? And he tells you this plan that he has for you, and that's more than you can ask or think. I delight in him when he tells me that very thing, because what I have planned for myself is nothing compared to what he has planned for me. It isn't. When I compare what I was thinking I would do, and he's just talking to me about something right now that I still haven't been able to believe, because it's so much more than I can even think of, that I can ask or think. Wow, he's amazing. He's an amazing God. And I have that word for you today, that he's saying, if you delight yourself in me, I'll give you the desires of your heart. You don't have to run after them because, of course, if you're going after stuff, you're serving that stuff. That's why he told the rich young ruler to give his stuff away, because it was his God. And so Jesus is saying, just forget about it. Delight in me. And I'm going to give you the secret petitions of your heart. He's going to give you those things that you just long for. No one else even knows about it. It's like somebody knowing you so well and giving you that perfect birthday present. Somebody who doesn't know you very well, they can get you a present and it can be nice, but it might not be that thing that you wanted. You never asked Jesus to come and live on the inside of you. If you never seriously asked him to be your Lord, because, lots of people say that prayer and they think that, okay, I'm going to heaven now because I said this prayer. And really, you got to delight in him. You got to decide you're going to marry him. He's got to be the most exciting thing ever to you. He's not just a nonchalant prayer. He's not. He's a real person. In fact, you hurt his feelings when you think you can just say that prayer and then leave him behind. Not only are you rejecting him, but you're rejecting the blessing that he wants to put on you. He's so in love with you. Revelation 3:19 says that he corrects those he loves. And he's been correcting us day after day after day so that we can be ready to move in with him. He isn't here yet because we're not ready. Then Revelation 3:20, he said that if you would heed his voice, he's going to do that correction. And if you would heed his voice, he's going to come and live on the inside of you. He's going to be your God. And then you're going to hear him. He's going to talk to you. And he's going to talk to you about those desires. And he's going to say, I got a surprise for you. And then that surprise is going to come to pass. And then you're going to see how good he is. And you're going to delight even more in him and his way. So say the prayer with me if you haven't. And if you have before, but you kind of just set them aside, let's just renew that prayer. Lord, we thank you and praise you that you are in love with us, that you delight in us. And we want to just give that right back to you today. We want to delight in you. We're asking that you would come and live on the inside of us, and we are going to heed your voice. We want to be a part of your life. We want to give you what you've given us. You're excited about us, and we want to be excited about you. So we're going to take this time. We're going to get to know you. We're going to get to know your ways. And then, of course, we're going to fall in love with you and delight in your way. And then we're not going to be chasing things. We're going to be chasing you. We love you. We praise you. We give you all the glory. I hear him saying he has a word. What is it, Lord? He said, I not only want to give you the desires of your heart, I want you to be healed and whole and prosperous. I don't want to give you a piece of the cake. I want to give you all the cake. I want to give you all of it. I want you to have your cake and eat it too. That's funny because that was supposed to be the name of my message. Have your cake and eat it too. Because the world goes after stuff. They get the stuff, and they can't even enjoy it because they're out working to make payments on it. And God is saying, if you delight yourself in me, you can have your cake and eat it too. I forgot I was supposed to say that. You can have your cake and eat it too. I heard someone say that and it just stuck out at me. And it was a while ago and he brought it back to my remembrance. If you delight yourself in me, you can have it and enjoy it too. Thanks so much for listening today. God bless you.